This is Pablo Escobar, the board game. This game is appropriate for players of 18 years and older. You can play the game with 2 to 4 players, and it takes about 60 minutes. Summary of the game. Travel back in time to an era where the king of cartels ruled Colombia. In this game, you will manage your own cartel and lead the production of parcels until they are sold in the US. Try to transport your parcels as fast as you can and eventually sell them. It's important to manage your cartel by investing money in production, transport, coordination, or marketing. Use your money in the right way to make sure you have your parcels in Florida as quickly as possible. Do you have the right skills to take your place in the world as king of the cartels like Pablo Escobar? The first player to sell all the 4 parcels in his color in Florida is the king of cartels. Game components. The game includes 1 main board, 4 player boards, 1 die, 16 competence cubes, 16 crew in 4 colors, 16 parcels in 4 colors, 30 development cards, 80 banknotes, and 4 alliance bars. Preparation. All players receive a player board with 4 competence cubes. Place the game board in the middle between the players. Divide the development cards into 5 stacks and place them face down next to the main game board. Place all 16 parcels near the transport route, even if there are fewer than 4 players. All players receive 4 crew and 1 alliance bar of the same color. Start of the game. Roll the die to determine who gets the first turn. All players take turns to place crew on a start position in either production or land transport. At least 2 players must place crew in production. After that, players take turns in clockwise direction. Attention! If there are fewer than 4 players, the remaining starting spots are not used for the entire game. Parcels. Players always begin their turn by rolling the die. After the roll, players may move a parcel along the route. The map is divided into different areas that correspond to departments. Players may only move a parcel through an area if they have crew members in that department. Players may always choose which parcel they wish to move along the route. In other words, they may also move another player's parcel. Players who do not own any parcels in their departments are allowed to roll the die but cannot move any parcels. Players with crew members in the production department may choose to place a new parcel on the route and to move it along. If they do, they take the parcel at the top of the first pile, even if it's not your own parcel. Receiving. If a parcel lands on a receive spot, the parcel immediately stops moving. All players in the department concerned receive money from the bank. The amount of money they receive varies. Players receive more money by upgrading their crew members in a department. Note: after landing on the receive spot of the production department, the parcel can move to the land transport department. Competencies. When a player's parcel lands on a receive, that player may increase one of his or her competencies by moving one of 4 cubes, 1 spot to the right. If the cube is standing on a number or has passed a number, the player may choose to activate one of their competencies every turn. Activate competence. After rolling the die, players may choose to activate a competence instead of moving a parcel. However, the number on the die must correspond with the number of pips shown on the player board. Crew placement. After the start, all players have 3 crew members left that they can place in departments. By placing a crew member in a department, players can move parcels in that department, earn money for all parcels at the end of that department, and buy developments for that department. In order to place crew, players must pay the amount indicated on the lowest spot. Attention! Players may always choose to move crew members from another department instead of placing a new crew member. Note that such crew members may not be returned to their previous location for free. Crew upgrading. All players may have just 1 crew member in each department. If they already have a crew member in a department, players can choose to upgrade them. This also costs the amount of money indicated for the department. By upgrading a crew member, players receive more money when a parcel is received and can take more steps with their parcels. Buying developments. During the action phase, players may use their money to buy developments. Developments are placed face up in front of a player and are constantly in effect. In order to buy a development, players must own crew in the relevant department. Alliance. Players may form an alliance to help each other. At the beginning of a turn, before rolling the die, players may form an alliance with the player whose turn it is. The player requesting the alliance must place the alliance bar of the player whose turn it is on their collar, on the lowest sum. This allows the bank to reward the player accepting the alliance by paying him the sum indicated. The player accepting the alliance is now obliged to move a parcel belonging to their ally after rolling the die. If 2 players help each other more often, this results in a stronger alliance with bigger rewards. Because every time a service is performed, the alliance bar moves up 1 spot. Note: players can only be allies with 1 other player at a time. Sell development. During their turn, players may sell a development. Place the development back into the box to receive the indicated amount from the bank. Players need to have at least 1 alliance to be able to sell developments. End of the game. When a parcel is received by the marketing department, the player may place the parcel at the end goal. The first player who gets 4 parcels at the end goal wins Pablo Escobar, the board game.